Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Big Trip. You know what's going on, man. Before we get anything else, can you go ahead and like and subscribe for me? Because you know I need that. And shout out to anybody that's rocking with me. Shout out to the likers, the subscribers, the people with shrines to me in their closet and statues made of gum that they pull from the bottom of school desk. Shout out to all of y'all. Today we have a sensitive subject to talk about because the most controversial thing you could talk about is religion, right? People are very sensitive, and rightfully so, about who they believe is God and why they believe in their God and their faith, right? So you always run the risk of offending people when you have a conversation about deities. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to talk about the god of Skypea, Eminem. My bad. I mean, Marshall Mathers. Slim Shady. No, it's not him. It's Enel. We're going to talk about Enel. To this day, you'll see people stand on it and die on this hill that Enel is so strong, right? Like, Enel could keep up with commanders, admirals. I've even seen that Enel could keep up with Yonko as a real take, like from a real human being. And it bothers me. Because what did he do other than get folded, right? Like, what happened? So I want to take a look at Skypea again to see if I'm tripping. Cause maybe I'm tripping. People like that little pun, right? Like, Trip, you're tripping. That sucks. Don't say it. But people like to say it, and I hate it. But Skypea. First notion we get of Enel's power, right? Nami pulls off from the crew. She's on the waiver. She pulls up to the Holy Land. The Holy Land is a big island patch of earth that shot up from the blue sea to the white sea in the clouds, and the Skypeans consider it a holy land, right? The Shandians, on the other hand, that's just where they're from. They shot up with the island. So the Skypeans basically are like, manifest destiny, and they colonize the Holy Land and kick all the Shandians off, and that starts like this long holy war over who controls this island, right? And now Enel, who is the current god of Skypea, which mind you is just a title. It's like the president. Like, Enel is basically Donald Trump more than he is like Allah or something. Like, he's the president of Skypea. So Nami pulls up to this holy land where she's unaware of all these things, and she sees just like this random dude, no name guy, like random guy number 5463, is running away from like another dude on a bird in some armor. And instead of the dude killing him, a giant lightning bolt comes down, smokes him. And that lightning bolt, what we know as people who have read the story or watched the anime, just who are aware of anything, we know that that's Enel's attack, his like bread and butter, El Thor. El Thor is his go-to move whenever he's in a fight. So he shoots El Thor out, hits bruh. There's a tree behind him. The tree splits in half. That's how strong it is. Split a tree in half. Doesn't leave a hole in the ground. Doesn't, blow up the island. Nothing crazy. Splits the tree in half. You know what I'm saying? This is a tree splitting attack. kills the random guy, but like, who cares? What does that even mean? Who cares? Probably his family, but we don't know them. So off rip, we have like a semi-established level of strength for this Enel guy, right? Like I said before, there's Shandians, big holy war over who actually controls this island, because the Skypeans are big colonizers. The leader of these Shandians is a warrior named Wiper. Wiper has a big bazooka. He takes that bazooka, shoots it at Luffy for like reasons that I don't really understand. I guess Wiper's just like an angry guy, because that's what being ripped from your homeland and told that you were an invader would probably do to you. So Wiper's like an angry guy, but he attacks Luffy with his burning bazooka. The burning bazooka also hits a tree in the same forest, which is about the same size as the original tree we saw. It leaves a hole that is also about the same size. Now, El Thor attacked the tree vertically. Burning bazooka hits the tree horizontally. So there's a difference in how the damage looks, but the hole is about the same size, which lets me know they're around the same level of strength, like generally, right? And Luffy completely eats the burning bazooka. Eats it for lunch. Sorry. So yeah, I'm not really seeing what's too impressive about this Enel guy. Obviously he's a Logia, which at one point he flexes on everybody. He stands on a tree branch in front of all the Shandians and he's like, y'all can hit me for 5 minutes. I bet nobody can do anything because I'm God. But like, they just don't know armament hockey. We all know that anybody with armament hockey would have been able to punch him in the face.
Or stab him. Or shoot him with an arrow. Or a gun.
It's like mad ways to hurt you if you know hockey. So, it's just one of those like big fish, little pond things. Because he's messing with a bunch of people who don't have a concept of armament hockey. We see Wiper actually murder this man eventually. He has a piece of sea stone and he uses it to keep Enel from dematerializing into lightning like he normally does. And he uses a reject dial, which is a weapon, a Skypean weapon. He uses a reject dial to literally murder Enel. Enel dies. Unfortunately, because he's a lightning man, he defibrillates his own heart, comes back. Oh, so impressive, right? Then it takes him like 4 attacks to put down Wiper, right? A dude who has literally no defense against lightning attacks. Like, he's a normal man. Imagine you can hit people with millions of volts of lightning and it takes you 4 attacks to put somebody down. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Luffy pulls up. Luffy gets there, right? And he obviously he's made of rubber. Like, we know this, and Nell discovers this. He's made of rubber. Lightning's not gonna work. So, and Nell, out of his own mouth, he's like, throwing lightning at people isn't the only way I know how to fight. So I'm very happy that was said, because people's favorite excuse is like, oh, Enel only lost because Luffy's rubber and the lightning didn't work. But that's not true. Enel himself is fully cognizant. He's fully cognizant of the fact that throwing lightning won't always get the job done. So he takes his staff, which is another one of his abilities. He can superheat gold and change the shape of it. So he takes his staff, turns it into a spear, right? What we know is Luffy doesn't have any special resistance to slashing and piercing attacks. And Enel acknowledges this too. So what this does is even out the playing field. Luffy can hurt Enel, Enel can hurt Luffy. Now they have to fight man to man, no tricks. Enel has access to observation haki, color of observation. On Skypiea, they call it mantra. So at first, he's dodging Luffy's attacks, he's predicting Luffy's movements, and he's able to hit him a few times. Luffy, being the vastly superior fighter that he is to Enel, turns around and just starts throwing punches at the wall. This random flurry of punches just starts binging Enel. Bing, bing, bow, 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 It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So, and that was clearly not that fast. To make it worse, Luffy goes into this stupid dumb mode, and he just starts weaving in there. Weave. It's disgusting. Then, Sanji. Wait, my bad. So Luffy ends up hitting Enel with a Gum Gum bazooka, then a Gum Gum rifle, puts him on his butt. Enel's eyes roll in the back of his head, he clearly is outmatched here. So what he does is he does this little superheat trick again, wraps Luffy's arm up in a giant golden ball. You know what I'm saying? Puts a big weight on Luffy. And he throws that ball over the edge of the ship that they're fighting on. And Luffy's weighted down. And Enel's see, I'm invincible, I'm unstoppable. And Luffy's what are you talking about? There's tons of people who could smoke you on the blue sea, bro. You just up here where nobody knows how to smoke you. It's mad people who could smoke you. Luffy verbatim tells him that, you are not that guy for real, at all. Then we get Nami and Usopp pulling up. Nami and Usopp end up on this boat, and both of them, multiple times, repeatedly, dodge Enel's lightning. He even catches Usopp off guard one time, and Usopp dodges the lightning. If Usopp and Nami are dodging this, why would anyone have an issue with Enel later in the story, right? Then we get to the final moments of Skypiea, where Enel, he's in this giant machine that he uses to amplify his lightning abilities. He's destroyed an island, and he's going to destroy the whole country of Skypiea. And everyone's scared, and a lot of people attribute that to his power, but in reality it's because of the Arc Maxim, which he calls Death Pia, which is a ridiculous name, but it amplifies his power, and it took him 7 years to build. So if he's not on that, he does not have access to these abilities. So he's getting ready to destroy the country. Luffy is running to him with a giant golden weight on his arm. Enel transforms into a better form where he's super big and completely made of lightning. Luffy throws this punch, this weighted punch. He's throwing this punch at Enel. Enel stops and considers how much faster Luffy is than him. He literally goes, he is so fast, and gets rocked in the face by Luffy with a weight on his arm. That's how much faster Luffy throws punches than Enel can deal with. With a weight on his arm, he can still rock this man in his face, right? So So let's fast forward a bit off of Sky Pilgrim. And we're at Water 7. And we meet CP9. CP9 is an elite group of assassins that work for the world government. They're actually giving concrete power levels. The only time it ever happens in the series, they're giving Dorky scores. Bluno has a Dorky of about 650, which is significantly lower than Rob Lucci's, which I want to say is like 2,000 or 2,500 or something like that. And Bluno, when he first meets Luffy throws a flurry of punches at him. Very similar to the flurry of punches that he threw off the wall that were just like binging Enel in his face. Luffy throws a flurry of punches, and Bluno, without taking a step, feet planted, simply weave. Luffy, you're a bum. Luffy, you're a bum. You're too slow, buddy. Folds Luffy up. And that's without any type of prediction ability or what Enel was using. This is pure speed. Luffy is completely outclassed by Bluno. So I want to ask you one question that wraps this up. Somebody who was able to be dodged by Usopp and Nami, who was killed by Wiper, and was so slow that Luffy, with a weighted fist, was too fast for him to dodge. Does that sound like somebody who is a threat to any relevant New World fighters? If it does, you're delusional. So I'll leave you with this. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Because it's not this fraud.